I am Professor R.S. Pagar, HOD in Chemistry, GMD Arts, BW Commerce and Science College, Chinnar. I want to teach in the TYBSC student in the University of Pune. Is the one course is to be included in the industry. I like to teach on the second chapter is there by agrochemical industries. Last time I discussed some types of the introduction with respect of the agrochemicals and their definition. Now one by one we'll discuss about the number of types of the pesticide. First is the insecticide. Insecticides, which is to kill the insect or to destroy the insect by their chemical effects. In the presence of the pesticide, that is known as insecticide. Now, this is also the number of types of the insect have to be destroyed, and that have to be their life cycles, which is to be destroyed because of this type of the pesticide. Many toxic insecticides that also affect in human also, animals also, in the very high concentration, that also the spread along with the food, that may be the harm. The insecticide, it also the but in the shape, so some of the side effects in the ecosystem that also have to be destroyed. But you remember, this is the important, because number of the insecticide is very harmful. They are destroyed the plants and foods of the in the farming. This is the, you remember, crop have to be destroyed, and that time it should have to be controlled by using aldrin, DDT, BSC, endosulfan, nicotinoids, rotenoids. These are the some types of the insecticide are there that can be destroyed the harmful of the insect to increase the yield of the crops. You remember, classification of the insecticide according to their mode of action, according to their chemical nature and source of supply, as well as that also by their effect of that insecticide, where is the effect can be occur, inner side or the outer side of the body, stomach or the internal side, that can be affected. Sometimes they are in the contact external side, that also affected. Sometimes the fumigants, which is nothing but some of the fumes are there, smells are there, also have to be affected. As well as you consider attractants, sometimes the good, this is a very attractive, this is the like the nature is there in that pesticide, also sometimes attracted, as well as the repellents, you remember. So this pesticide is supposed to be kept in one place, that also get these very strong actions against the mosquito piles, you remember. Well as mothballs is to be there, and that is known as the repellent. So remember, this can have to be effect on the insect or the harmful insect. So this is the depends on the internal effect or side of the body effect is to be classified. You remember, according to the chemical nature also, inorganic insecticide, lead arsenate, calcium arsenate, these are the inorganic insecticides which is naturally occurring insecticides. Some nicotinoids and pyrethrum, these are the types of the pesticide. They have to be naturally, they are supposed to be present. Some are having synthetic organic insecticide, TYBSC, aldrin, endosulfan, methane, parathrin. These are the some types are there. They have to be prepared the organic process or the organic type. Organic, some are organic or some naturally the soil also. Now second is the herbicide. Herbicide is the chemical compound used to control, destroy unwanted plants. Generally the herbicides are sometimes weedicide also. Also kill the weeds unwanted that plants have to be growth takes place, and this is the selected or have to be destroyed. This is one of the important properties, their selectivity by the herbicides to remove certain weeds from certain crops. Their selectivity is not governed by the amount of chemical substance applied, way it is applied. 2,4-D. The good types of herbicides you remember have to be so used today, very large scale, and the needs are there in the farm herbicides that are supposed to be used. Now the classification is to be there according to the mode of action, method of utilization. Selective herbicides that can be destroyed, selective, you remember, and some are the non-selective herbicides, means all are destroyed, all crops, all vegetables that have to be completely killed or completely destroyed. This is also there. Or some are very selective that have to be destroyed. So there are two types you consider in the form of the herbicide. According to the effect can be there, systematic or translocated. They move along vascular system of plants. Complete coverage is not needed. Contact herbicides, this can be kill only the parts of the plants to which is located in the complete coverage is essentially in. How we consider contact is there. Sometimes they are the thematic move along with the entire organisms. Now consider in fungicides. Fungicides are the biocidal chemical compound, biological organisms used to kill or inhibit the fungal growth takes place, and that is the serious damage in agriculture resulting in critical losses. Well as quality and profit, fungicides are used both as well as against the fungal infection. It is very harmful. You remember, fungal growth is fast growth are there. Food crops as well as fruits also, as vegetables also. This is the very large scale. It has to be like to growth takes place. You consider, and that have to be used in different types of the inorganic and organic pesticide. That's supposed to be used. It containing copper, containing sulfurs, it's containing some of the aldehydes, formaldehyde, chlorine. So these are the use you consider in the control the fungal growths are there. Now how this is the fungal growths you remember in the leaves also, as well as in the plants leaves also, roots also, as well as some of the stem also. This get the growth are there in the parts of the plants of their proper growth is there. Classification of fungicide. Fungicide is also have to be as well as in the systematic or translaminar. I already discussed in the part. So this also get the different types of the examples are there. Rodenticide. Rodenticide is the rodent is the looks like as a the pharma systems which is to be there like as a human beings you consider. Rodenticides are pesticides that kill the rodent. Rodent include not only rats and mice but also squirrels, woodchucks, chipmunks, then porcupines, nutria and beavers. All the rodents play important role in nature. They can damage crops as well as some types of the house also. There is a number of foods are destroyed, number of diseases can be occur, as well as it also the ecologically damage like to be there. Hence remember that zinc phosphide is very important and good inorganic chemicals are present to control the herbicides you consider use, as well as sodium monochloroacetate is also one of the chemical supposed to be used to control the this is the rodent are the just also have to be included rats and mice types of the this is the types of the animals that have to be control their growth. Plant this way I discuss about the all the types are there, which is included by the form of the you remember in the pesticides. So pesticides are also insecticide, fungicide,